It's running.
So you like this?
Yep.
Yeah,
Come up. Come up. Come on down.
All right.
Yep, it's crazy how it works.
All right, guys, welcome to Funnier in Person. My name is James Andrews. I'm your host, and this is my co-host.
34 and a half. I'm your favorite cousin from my auntie. Uncle, you ain't know you had.
All right, guys, this is our 12th episode, and tonight's special guest, we have Wes Yunker.
F12.
Yeah, F12. That's what he said. Anyway, this is Wes Yunker. He comes from the Louisville comedy scene. He's been on a couple of my shows in the past, and he's really, really good. We're going to talk to him a little bit about some things that are on our mind, but first, we want to thank Hotel Lex for allowing us to continue to record here, and they go out of their way.
Complaints.
Yeah, they go out of their way to take care of us. So we have a mic here that we do every Wednesday night at 9 o'clock. It's a good time. We encourage everybody to come out. Now, getting started, let's talk to Wes now.
Yeah.
So, Wes, what got you into comedy?
Well, I've always, it's probably so cliche, I've always loved it a whole lot.
So you fell out of love with it?
No,
you said loved it.
I loved it. No,
So
I've always loved it. Always loved it.
Semantics.
When you say loved it, that means it's past tense. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Shit, my bad.
So you don't love it anymore.
All right, this is off to a terrible start. I'm saying things wrong.
He's just being a dick.
I would sneak up out of bed and watch like Conan O'Brien, Saturday Night Live, all that stuff. But I was really more into like theater. Like I wrote a lot of like really silly like stories and stuff as a kid. Whenever I wrote stuff, it was very like comedy driven.
So you've always been creative.
Yeah, or tried to be for sure. Yeah, definitely. And so I just got into theater like when I was like 12, 13, and I just did a lot of theater camps, and I just did a lot of plays, and I just immersed myself into that while still always loving stand-up. So
you've been in a play before?
Yeah, I've been in a
What's one of your favorite parts you got to play?
I was in this play called Angels in America. It was like this 3-hour pretentiously written. No, not really. No, it was about the AIDS epidemic.
Oh,
so very light stuff. Yeah, it was.
Wow,
comedy.
It was a comedy. It was a romantic comedy.
Sounds like Philadelphia.
That's how the AIDS got there. Yeah.
You know, it's funny. I've never seen what's the name of that fucking famous play? The one about AIDS.
Oh, Rent.
Yeah, I've never seen the musical or the movie. I only know the South Park joke they made.
Oh my god.
Oh, you mean that was the Team America World Police? It was about the South Park guys. It was Trey Parker.
But they made the joke of Rent, like the joke.
Yeah. It was called Lease. And it was like everyone has AIDS. Yeah. No, that's a good movie. That's a funny movie.
So that's my. If anybody ever asks me, hey, you ever see the movie Rent? I'll say yes. It was a good movie. I mean, it was kind of crazy. Everybody had AIDS, and I would be right?
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
No, there's like only a couple people died from it. Actually, fun fact about Rent is Jonathan Larson, who wrote the music and lyrics to that, he abruptly died of a brain aneurysm the night before opening night.
Damn.
So
that's crazy.
He never saw it become famous.
He never got to see his own work.
He died.
Well,
he didn't die
it's just like painters, though. I know painters don't really become famous until after they're dead. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's that kind of whole mindset to it. What you got? Everything okay?
I'm making sure.
Well, mine are on.
It probably never. It just
was it not on? That was such gold.
No, we got it.
Oh, we got it.
We're doing two different cameras.
We go live and then he also records. So we're not gonna lose nothing.
Yeah, we're in good shape.
Rent, yeah.
Rent, so Rent's actually a great musical. It had that one song that. Big number that I can't. 25,600 minutes or something.
527.
Yeah, it's the song that you
can. Translation.
Oh,
that's where they translated over it.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Well, I know from our personal experience that we actually have something in common. I do bourbon tours on the driving side, and you do bourbon tours on the actual distillery side.
Yeah, the distillery. Yeah. I'm a tour guide at Old Forester Bourbon Distillery.
Okay. Do you get to work any of your comedy into the tour?
Not any of the comedy I do on stage, but I'm doing stand-up.
Your personality.
Very much separate. I don't know how I could like really work in an abortion joke talking about
Oh, well, there's that.
talking about bourbon. I mean, I guess I could probably figure it
If
out.
you get
but
drunk off
I
bourbon
can't.
and you need an abortion, knock knock. Who's there?
Exactly.
The doctor?
Plan B? I
The
don't know.
abortionator. I don't know.
Anyway.
No, but yes, but I do. My tours are very joke oriented.
Oh, okay, cool.
I actually counted. I was curious. In the hour and 50 minutes, I think there was like 40 jokes.
You got 40 jokes in an hour and 15-minute
they're
tour.
yes.
That's rough.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I feel terrible. I think their guests always demand a refund at the very end.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
How'd you get into touring of bourbon things?
Honestly, I was just looking for another job. I was burnt down on what I was doing, and my job involved. Yeah. No, actually, I full time had people with special needs. I was like a CLS worker, and I would like people that were like autism.
I do that. I'm
what
an
I would
FHP.
do is I would set up an OnlyFans for them.
Overstand.
And that's what I would. No.
So it was special.
Yeah. No, we would like go. Yeah. Yeah. We would like go out and do things.
I know what that because I wanted to do that too, fake. But I have I'm an FHP, so I do family home providing.
Okay. Yeah.
So I know we work with CLS workers. Yeah, it's great. I love it. I think that's a good thing. But you was burned out of that.
I was burnt out. I wanted like a brick and mortar place to go to every day, not just travel. I was all around.
I know, yeah, because you go to the mall, you go to the movies.
Oh yeah.
I
wanted like a little autistic kid. He wanted to hit up every store, every major store in the mall, like the Macy's, the Von Maur, all the big ones.
Yeah.
We had to hit up all the escalators, and all the elevators,
just to do it.
And yeah,
Windows.
It's his theme park.
That's what he had to do. He just enjoyed it.
He likes it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's I think it's great when you can do stuff like that. Give back to the community and get to see people, you know, like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but then I was sick of giving back to the community. I was sick
Sometimes you have to do you. Sometimes.
I want to do something that means nothing. Just bourbon tours, bourbon distilleries.
I want to help make kids with disabilities.
Yeah.
Getting people to drink bourbon while they're pregnant.
It all comes full circle. Yeah.
So,
to help the industry.
Obviously, being in Louisville, you have a lot more opportunities to be on stage than we do here in Lexington. We have to travel a lot and go on stage. Do you do much travel?
That's a big goal for 2025. I mean, when it comes to travel, the average is like kind of coming over here, like an hour and a half or so an hour. The farthest I've ever gone is like Bloomington to do stand up. Technically, I have done stand up in Chicago.
Okay.
But yeah, that's probably the apps. That's
me and Dirty, we actually have a thing we're doing this year. We're doing 25 and 25.
25 states. And the funny part about that is we did not come up with that because it was the 25th year. It had nothing to do with the 2025
Nothing
thing.
to do with that?
Nothing
to do with
Basically, what we did is we took how many states we'd both been in and doubled it, had 24, and then we said, well, just make it 25 because that's half of the country. So, so we're going to 25 states this year. We're already done with one.
Yep, we did Kentucky.
Yeah, Kentucky's taken care of.
We're here.
But
that's like the free spot.
Yeah. It's like the middle spot in the bingo card, which is actually 25 spots.
Yeah, which is 20.
But we've got South Carolina booked now.
Yep.
We've got Ohio booked. Indiana, I'm working with Alan Walker to get us on a roast battle.
Okay. That's fun.
And then, that's 3 more right there already taken care of. And
knocking.
Yeah, I've got Sebastian Zabala that's hooking me up with people in Orlando. So that would be 5 easy ones. Bang, bang, bang.
Hell yeah.
Have you ever gone other than Bloomington? So have you ever thought that, you're going to expand out more, or are you going to continue to do this more as a hobby?
Oh, I want to expand out more. Career-wise, I don't have anything that is pulling me in that way. I'm really trying to.
You don't have a girlfriend at home that's making you stay home, or
no,
or a baby mama that's making you pay child support.
No, I don't have a baby mama. Nothing like that.
I'm looking at you. I'm thinking this guy. Not to say that you don't sleep with people, but I just don't feel like. I feel like you got a face that can convince somebody to just get rid of it.
It's funny you say that. Holy shit. So what? Is that good? So I can convince somebody.
Yeah, you convince him.
Hey.
It's a plan B.
You have your whole life ahead of you.
You really?
You're gonna ruin your body. It's no.
Jesus Christ.
Your body, your choice.
You again. No. Yeah, that's interesting. Never been told I have a. Now, It's crazy. I have
You've had a scare?
I've been in a miscarriage
Oh,
situation.
Oh,
my
man,
daughter
that
was
sucks.
right on this.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've ever been in a miscarriage situation, but I'm sure I've left enough opportunities on the table to have been. You know.
I only had
No,
like
I
one.
did in my set. Talk about it.
Yeah, I didn't want the kid already, so it was kind of like awkward. I didn't want. I wasn't for the pregnancy in the first place, so I wanted her to get rid of it.
Yeah,
And she didn't.
I had accepted it, but it when we found out that it wasn't a thing
Yeah.
anymore, it was a very interesting combination of sadness and relief.
Like, all right.
Well, I'm going to
It
put
was-
this out there.
And it was like 4 months in. It wasn't like 8 months in. It was
Yeah,
like
yeah,
4
it was
months.
like-
I'm going to put this out there. My oldest son, we actually had an appointment set up at a clinic to abort him.
Yeah.
And
Your oldest son?
he's 26.
That's murder now.
It is now.
You can't-
Yes,
you
but
can't just abort.
Did you cancel the
no,
appointment?
but the morning of the appointment, me and my ex-wife, we both woke up and neither one of us wanted to go.
Oh,
We
man.
couldn't get in the car to go to the appointment, and we ended up having our oldest son, and now he's out striving. He's teaching English to people in Japan.
Look at that.
He lives in the northernmost province in Hamanaka, Japan, and he's
Damn.
teaching English. It's like Alaska up there.
Yeah.
So he's living up there, like paying like $90 a month for rent.
That's incredible.
Good
Yeah,
stuff.
and he's got him a
And
little.
that's what I'm saying. I'm sure you're so glad. That
I'm
you-
so proud, and I never
great.
wanted to go ever again to get rid of a kid.
Whenever
Yeah.
he was being a little shit, though, like, did you
That-
say,
we
"Hey"?
didn't
Did
have
you
that.
tell him that story though?
We didn't have that. No,
Not even when he was like
no,
13,
If-
14.
no. He's at that point where he's a shit now, and he's 26.
Gotcha.
So I mean, next time he tries to hurt me, I'll hurt him back.
Gotcha.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Um,
No, my mother. I was supposed to be aborted, and which is a funny story that my mother told before, God rest her soul. But I was supposed to be aborted, and this is in the '80s in New York.
Uh-huh.
I was born in '83. I'm 41,
Yeah.
and she had borrowed like a lady that she knew's Medicaid card to go have the abortion, and then the lady who she borrowed a Medicaid card worked at like a trap, and ended up getting robbed during the trap, and the night before, and they shot her up and all of that. So her family came to get the Medicaid card because she was in the hospital from getting shot up. And my mother just never made.
That's crazy.
And my mother never made the appointment again. She said, "You know what? This must be God. I might as well just keep him." And she regretted it
Right,
until she passed.
dude.
away.
I totally get that.
Damn, dude.
Love you, mom.
Yeah. R.I.P. So let's see what else is
I was
going on.
supposed to have Down syndrome. My mom was older. My mom was a little older.
I got some experience with
How
that.
old was your mom?
Actually,
How old was your mom when she had you?
Not that old, like
I was saying-
33. She was
Yeah.
like,
oh no, that's not old.
That's not that old. It's not old, but she was told of a percentage.
There's
And
a chance,
Yeah, there's
yeah.
always a chance.
and then like my grandma, my dad's mom, said to her, they people like when they weren't sure if I was going to be Down syndrome or not. The people that have that give birth to people with Down syndrome, raise them, have an instant ticket into heaven. Apparently,
Oh.
isn't that
Well,
that's sweet?
my ex,
Someone adopt me a Down syndrome kid.
Even if they abuse them,
my ex baby
Yeah,
mom,
yeah. Even if they abuse him. Even if they abuse him.
my ex baby mama's second child had Down syndrome, had a hole in her heart and all that, and went through
Oh.
all those health problems. And when me and her got pregnant, we went through all the testing and everything to make sure that my youngest son Jackson didn't have Down syndrome.
he's the opposite of that.
No, he's beyond anything that you could have ever expected.
Smart kid.
In fact, Jackson's got some big news that we got just 2 days ago. I haven't told you about. He was accepted into a Vanderbilt leadership program for the summer.
Man.
So
Yeah.
he's in fourth grade, and his gifted and talented teacher recommended him, and he's the only kid in his school that got recommended.
Yeah.
So it's totally cool.
My son's probably gonna he's waiting to see if he's banned on PlayStation right now.
Uh-oh.
Person, so he's waiting to see if his ban get lifted because he wants to try to win.
Is it going to steer him away from a life of crime?
What was the word and what was the situation that he cussed in front of?
I wasn't there, so I only know based on the email they sent us saying you're banned for foul language. So I don't know.
Oh! I thought you meant it was your personal punishment to him.
Oh
as a
no,
father.
PlayStation.
I thought you said I
No,
thought
he's
you
banned. I
said.
said once his PlayStation ban.
Is
gets
it a
lifted-
30-day thing?
It's over 30 days this time.
Okay,
I
okay.
think it's the second ban.
I thought you were just being a
Oh.
good father, and you're like, "Hey, you cussed in front of me, no PlayStation for a week." or
No,
something.
he doesn't really curse in front of me.
I got you.
He's upstairs and I'm in the basement, so he kind of like he curses in his privacy of his room, I guess,
Yeah.
allegedly enough to.
Allegedly.
How
You
old
don't
is
even
your
know
son?
he's 10, and guess what? I found him doing this on Friday.
I don't want to guess. Did you have to go wash some socks?
I should have. So he's on. So
Parenting's hard.
this kid, he's like, I'm
Yeah.
like, this is my. I have an older kid that's 23, but I was a deadbeat, so I was really with him. This is different, like raising another kid and actually being there all the time. And he wasn't supposed to have his phone because he did something the night before. But I'm driving around and I get a fucking code on my phone saying he needs me to share a code with him.
Mhm.
I'm like, this little motherfucker has his phone right now. So I drive home like I said, give me the phone. He's like, what phone? The one you got. What are you talking about? I know you needed the code. You have the phone. He goes, I was just texting mom. I said, whatever. Give me the phone. So I look at the phone. You know how when the phone is locked, you can still see the videos playing. You can't see the video playing, but you can see the options, like the controls of the video.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I thought you was texting mom. You was watching the fucking video. What you was watching? So I go to open the phone. I don't know the code. He tells me the code. After I have to prompt him to give me the code. I'm like, give me the code. He said, I'll open it. Give me the code. He gives it to me. And I see pussy. He was
Well,
like,
at least you know he's straight.
he was on.
It was just like when you see pussy. Was it like just
What? Am I wrong?
It was X videos.
Oh,
Oh yeah, yeah.
that's the one.
X
that's
videos
legal in
taking over
Kentucky.
for porn. Yeah,
Yeah, that-
porn up.
Yeah, X videos. That's the next one down. That you're. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
So I've heard.
He's like,
By the way, you can get the red videos for $9.99 a month.
but you know what? All right, so this is a funny thing. How old are you?
I'm
Yunker?
33.
Yunker?
33.
Before I even get, I hope I don't forget this first. But where does Yunker come from? What is that?
Oh, it's German.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we did this ancestry thing, and we come from Vikings in Germany or
Okay.
some shit.
Yeah. All right.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
That makes sense. How does that make sense?
but it's
He gives,
so
when you see him, you think Viking.
Vikings.
No, just the beard, you know.
So
The hair.
yeah, so
I
you
mean,
so you see Viking.
I kind of see a little bit of Viking in him.
not the warrior ones.
No. I see you like a blacksmith Viking.
Okay.
Yeah, like beating on some metal and shit.
Or bartender Viking, the cool bartender Viking.
Right.
Yeah.
They go in there and get the beer. Did you win another war? You slide it to him.
Beating on
He's
some
the Mo of the Vikings. Fucking Mo.
beating
Oh my
on a
God.
woman because I can't be on other men because they're too strong, so I got to take it out on a woman. We're talking Viking times.
Absolutely.
It was okay then. It was
Viking
okay.
times.
Oh my God.
You would never
So
do that
We're gonna
today.
get canceled before we get found.
And how old you said? How old you were, young?
I'm 33.
33. I know I'm 41, and you are again
47.
47.
Old as
So,
dirt.
all right. So this is a good. We're kind of different generations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. In a sense,
Mhm.
right? Kinda
Yeah,
close?
so-
But-
I'm Gen X, you're Zennial, and he's Gen
We're all
Y.
different.
So
Three generations.
I was
sitting right
thinking that me and my cousin was talking about when I told him I found out my son was watching porn.
Yeah.
I was talking to my cousin. He's like, "Well, you was watching porn at that age," and it was true. Was everybody in the same thing? At 10, were you watching porn
See,
at 10?
I got a very, very unique experience when it comes to that. My dad was breaking FBI laws, going to the fucking video store, renting goddamn porn tapes, and getting a dual VCR and recording the porn. Allegedly. And he would have those tapes locked up, and they'd leave me at home from 6 years old. And I was always wondering what's in the fucking cabinet.
And you found
So I went and found the video. So I was like, I know how to run a video. And that's when I found porn at 6 years old.
6
So
years
6
old.
years old.
That's young.
How old were you, young?
Well, I think I want to say definitely maybe like 11 or 12 or something.
11 or 12. You
When it
remember?
comes to actual porn.
Yeah, even like RB magazines.
Well, my friend Jeff, one of my best friend Jeff.
Shout out to Jeff.
His dad had a bunch of porn. He had Playboy magazines. He had porn.
My dad had the
VHSs,
clubs.
and we would watch. What is the clubs?
It's like a fucking Hustler, except it's a different name
It's
of
a
a
little bit
It's
more
called
raunchy than
Club.
Playboy.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, it's very raunchy, definitely.
Compared to Playboy.
Yeah, spread wide open.
But
You see all the roast beef and everything.
But even then, you think about like that's all right. So that's my whole point of my story, or question, I should say, or this whole narrative I'm going with right now is the introduction of what you've seen as a porn. Because when my first one was Playboy and Spice, it was on cable. It was Playboy and Spice. It was the pay-per-view channels on
I remember
cable.
Spice. Yeah,
And
it's
it was-
always blurred out.
What? Well, I got it to get clear. It was clear because I watched it blurred too. I'm nasty.
I mean, we were kids, man. We had to do what we had to do. What's up, John?
Who's got a black car with the trunk open? Any of you guys?
Nope.
Someone got a black car with a trunk open.
No, I have a Dodge Journey. I have a Dodge Journey.
Yeah. All right, but anyway, yeah.
So, and then that was like, it was sex and stuff on there,
Yeah.
right? But it wasn't like,
It was like 1X instead of triple X.
whoa, at least maybe one. If they gave him an X,
Barely.
because you don't see
It'd be
penetration.
TVMA
Yeah.
You're
now.
not, you can, what you probably could see on TV right now. Well, they did have some nipples showing, but nothing crazy. I didn't even get into like crazier stuff until I started raiding my mother's like mini porn stash she had.
Oh damn!
Yeah,
Your mother had a porn stash?
My mother had 2 tapes I used to watch.
She looked like Burt Reynolds?
My mother or the
Porn stash.
porn stash.
Oh, porn stash.
You got
Porn
that.
stash.
Sorry, my bad. I went there. I'll stop.
But no, but yes, she had like 2 tapes I used to watch, and I thought about it when I got older. Like I never rewinded those tapes, so she had to know I probably was sneaking in there and watching
Oh, of course.
Never rewound
Never did.
I was smart enough to rewind it to the second that it was stopped
No, I
at.
didn't do all of that.
Like, my parents never knew.
I was lazy.
I mean, like,
not
everything
smart
in the
enough to know
fucking
that.
cabinet was, like, pushed and positioned back to right where it was supposed to be. I mean, the very first porn magazine I ever saw was Vanna White.
Oh man.
When she
Vanna
did,
White.
when she did Playboy in '83, I think. And I was like,
I was
5.
born. That's why I missed it. Yeah.
I was like 5.
She showed everything.
Well, as far as '83 and Playboy goes, it
See,
wasn't
what
like Spread Eagle. But
Now, right now, you think
You
about
can
the
see
point
the
of these
bush and
kids are
shit.
getting like even when you got it. What was your first? You said your first thing was Jeff's dad.
Yeah, but also like I remember late night on like the HBO. I didn't have like HBO growing up, but late night there'd be movies. They were actually like 1.5, 2 hour narrative
they
movies,
had some-
Skinamax.
but there was like basic porn.
But they were
They
were very
long sex
but
scenes,
they-
and it was basically pornography.
It was
a
like-
terrible movie.
exactly. Yeah,
It's
and
what they
was
called
soft-
softcore back
They
then.
had
was softcore.
and they had sex for basically no reason.
Yes,
It was always a reason to have sex.
absolutely.
Yes.
It's
Or-
like we're about to die in here from an avalanche. I know what we could do to keep us warm.
Yeah.
and there would be this long ass sex scene. But yeah, but we would, but me and my friends, we would watch these porn tapes together. But we wouldn't.
You'd watch them together?
No, but
Circle jerk.
this is all very new. It's like a new thing. We had access to this. We were not. Our
It was
dicks weren't
scientific.
out
It was
masturbating. We
Oh,
just
well,
all
later.
We were all just watching it. We all can like agree that this is like hot and like it's crazy.
Okay,
we're
I
seeing
get
Yeah,
this.
that.
I know what you mean.
But then, a lot of us took some long shits after.
Yeah.
And we knew it.
Gotta
You
go
know,
Right.
you know,
But
you
I
know
mean,
what
when
you're
it comes to
He's not
stuff
even
like
shitting.
that, I can
Yeah.
honestly be like, when I found it, I showed my friends.
of course, yeah.
But I didn't like
You never watched
watch it
Oh,
with them
yeah, I
as a
did.
viewing
I
party.
did.
think that's fucked up the brain. Like you notice like those like those Blue Chew things that are advertised.
Yeah. Oh my god.
So it's the same ingredients in Viagra. Right?
Yep.
So, but Viagra, growing up, seeing like Viagra commercials, it was always it's for older people, like
Mhm.
kind of like the Silver Fox kind of guy.
Yeah.
That was the.
Let's leave
that
me
was-
out of this.
That was the Viagra. That was the Viagra. And you would be the spokesperson. For
I
that
would.
point, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, but Blue Chew basically is Viagra, but the commercials they're
They're geared
They're
to
young
directed
people.
toward young people,
Absolutely.
and they're
Because
like
they're
a hot
not-
chick saying, "I like my guys who take Blue Chew," because
Absolutely.
our brains are all fucked
Because-
up because
right.
you can access porn at a red light now. It's so easy.
I don't think that is about.
Not that I do
it's
that.
not just about
Oh, you know what?
dysfunction.
I access it at a green light.
It's more and more now for length of time. I think it's less about getting it hard. It's more about keeping it hard.
Yeah,
If that, you know what I mean? It's like not that you get soft. But
Well,
this-
we're all on all these fucked up GMOs and shit.
This
It's in the
image-
milk and everything else.
it's the fucking milk.
It's the
But
fucking
that's
milk.
what I say. I'm like, baby, it's the milk. I'm
That's why I
sorry.
came in 3 minutes. You see me eating Cheerios this morning.
I
You had to
mean,
know.
we got to stop having pancakes, babe.
Yeah,
I
if
mean,
you want me to last one, but no, that's what
I'd
I
rather
think.
come in 3 minutes and not even be able to.
But I think that's the new
Perform,
that's the
yeah.
thing they're doing. That the idea that I'm going to take this and I'm going to last for 4 hours, and that's what she wants. She wants 4 hours of sex.
oh my God, no.
I wish we had a woman that
I want
acts that.
20 minutes. That's it.
What ain't about just with your selfish love?
Well, no. Because in
So
20
good.
minutes, I can make a bitch come 12 times and I'll fuck her for 30 seconds. I mean, We're good. 20
She can't
minutes.
say we're good. She has to agree to that.
Oh, trust me, she agrees. I mean, I've got a fucking nickname. I'm called the Rainmaker.
Okay, Raymond.
All right.
I turn bitches into fucking fire hoses.
Is this
How
what
long-
your wife calls you? The
My ex-wife called me the Rainmaker.
Yeah.
Because we always had to do laundry afterwards.
She's like, you're the rainmaker, but you never make it rain or whatever.
Oh, no. It was plenty of rain. Trust me.
He's talking about the
She was well
Yeah, I
hydrated.
don't have the money. That was a financial.
She was well hydrated.
That was dumb.
No, I got it. Anyway, so what else is
How
going on?
long is you think 20 minutes is enough? Younger.
I think 20 minutes for. Yes, I think that's good, but the foreplay has to be longer. The whole experience.
I said that 20-minute total time.
Yeah, that's
I can make her come 12 times eating her out and then fucking fuck her for 30 seconds. I'd be done.
Wow.
We're good.
19 minutes of oral.
I ain't afraid. I got a strong tongue. I played tuba, bro.
Enough about your grandma.
Anyway,
I would say 20 minutes is a quickie.
damn.
I would say that. Now, I'm not trying to brag or front or boast, but I'm just trying to say, like, in my mind, I'm thinking, like, you could do 20 minutes of foreplay by itself. Then you do want to add another 10, 15, maybe another 20. I think 40 minutes is a good session of sex. To an hour. 40 minutes to an hour is a good session.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I've had those.
No, I'm saying those are, I think, is a good one if I'm
No. Yeah, I mean, I've absolutely had those long extended periods, but that's
extended.
well for me extended because I think that's more of a beginning of the relationship type sex. Because when you get to later stages of a relationship, I was in a relationship for 15 years with my first wife.
You don't want to sleep with that person for an hour.
No, you don't want to. You just want to take care of your needs and go to sleep. That's it.
Sounds
And
so
whether or not she wants to
Sounds
fucking
so
cuddle.
romantic.
You writing notes?
Well, I mean, whether or not she wants to cuddle at certain points, that's up to her. I mean, hey, honey, give me a hug. Okay, no problem. Hey, honey, get off me. I'm hot and sweaty. Okay, no problem. It's all about making women happy.
Yeah.
But when you've been with a woman for 15 years, certain things, the romance,
It's going.
I won't say it's gone, but it's certainly depleted.
Well, it must have been. You got a divorce, right?
Well,
I mean,
I also got stabbed 11 times, but let's not go there.
That's not that.
That changed things.
oh damn. Yeah, that's when you gotta get out.
Yeah. So I mean, like,
Not by her.
You know that Weird Al Yankovic song, "You Don't Love Me Anymore"? You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know that one.
It kinda
I used to be a
reminds me,
big
yeah, no,
But
Weird
not by
Al.
her. It wasn't by her.
I didn't get stabbed by her. Yes, that's correct. I got stabbed by a
I
crackhead.
that real quick. Then.
Oh, okay, not by her. Okay.
No, I got stabbed by a crackhead.
Oh, man.
But it had to do with
It felt like he.
Well, she had to help me recover, and instead of seeing me like a hospital patient, and which is what was happening,
yeah.
I was no longer her husband. I was the guy she was taking care of. So it made things harder and stressed our marriage. Me not being able to provide for her,
Oh damn.
me not being able to be the head of the household anymore.
breadwinner.
So
It took me 2.5
She was taking care of you.
Yeah, and then she was
felt
like,
sorry for you, but she
she lost the
her
romance.
pussy dried.
I
Oh,
guess.
that's- yeah.
I mean,
That don't mean
Yeah.
it's-
well, I
Well,
mean,
she
and
was there
she
during-
also went through her hysterectomy at the same time. Things in our entire
Okay,
life
so it's like a whole thing.
changed.
Yeah, it was a whole
Yeah, it was a whole thing. And then I also got investigated by the feds again. I mean, that kind of was the straw that broke
Oh.
the camel's back.
You know what?
Yeah.
This guy is just.
Why you
Well,
got
when-
investigated by the feds?
Well, the Homeland Security people showed up at my house.
Okay.
At one point, I was running a book.
Okay.
I was taking bets. And I had a website that I would send people to. They'd make their bets. All I was doing was collecting and
Okay.
setting up accounts. When Homeland Security showed up at our house, they knocked on our door. It just happened to be about a week after we had puppies, and we had dogs in a whelping box, and the dog was still nursing and everything. But when we were asleep, the dog would just go into the kitchen and shit on the linoleum.
Damn.
And they happened to catch me right after I woke up, put my britches on, and they knock on the door. And they're there, and they come
That's
in,
bad.
and they see the filth because I hadn't gotten a chance to clean up after the dog yet. And they call CPS. They took my kids. It was a whole thing.
Oh damn.
And we spent a whole day cleaning up the house, making it back, to where it was supposed to be. habitable. I mean, shit happens to people,
Yeah.
and literally, the dog had shit in the fucking whatever.
What's
Yeah,
the
literally
linoleum? What's it called?
Oh, linoleum.
Linoleum?
It's a type
Yeah,
of
so it was
floor.
really easy to
On the
clean up.
linoleum. I don't know why I can't fucking say it. On the what is it again?
Linoleum.
Linoleum.
There you go.
Linoleum.
It's like it's like
Linoleum.
not marble, but like fake marble kind of thing.
Linoleum.
No, it's like fake
I
flooring.
don't know what
The really shitty rental flooring. You know what I'm
is
talking
it not
about?
like is it not like fake marble kind of thing? Not marble.
It's not that nice. No,
That's what I'm saying. Like not marble. It's like fake. It's like kind of like
it's like
it's
plastic.
not like wood looking, right?
Well,
It's a funny
there's some
thing to
linoleums
shout.
that
That
are.
look wood. All right.
It's a funny thing to shout that there's shit on. There's shit on the
Linoleum.
linoleum.
Absolutely.
Get the dog shit all over the linoleum.
We can
But
clean it up.
when Homeland
Linoleum.
Security showed up, that was the straw that broke the camel's back in our marriage, and we separated and then divorced about a year later.
Was it the official documents read in court?
No.
There was feces on the no.
It had nothing to do with
No,
the
it was
system.
just irreconcilable
Fecal matter.
differences.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah, who got to keep the dog?
Your rectum.
I got to keep 2 of the puppies, and she gave away the 2 parent dogs,
Right.
and then we gave away the rest of the puppies, and it was like 6 puppies.
Oh man.
So
Wow.
You own any dogs, John?
So I have a dog, technically, sort of, kind of a. I
you share custody?
share custody with the dog, with my mom.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm not home that much.
All right.
You know, like I work full time at Old Forester. Then a lot of times I go across the street right away to the comedy club, and
Okay.
I'm just not. You know, a cat you can do that, but a dog.
Right.
And you know, she lives alone. She wants a dog, so
Okay.
I just pick him up all the time,
That's cool.
and
Okay,
I
cool
pay
shit.
for his food.
My mom actually has my dog that she stole from me from that divorce.
Yeah.
So I had 2 puppies. One of them I gave to my mom, and one of them was mine. And while I was up here healing and everything, you know, the dogs were staying at my buddy's house, and he was taking care of them. And then I drove down to Georgia, met my mom after she drove up from Florida, passed the puppy off to her, came back, got my dog. You know, I'm raising him and everything. And then when everything looked like it was going to be final, that we were going to stay divorced, I moved down to Florida. And when I moved into my mom's house, my dog got to meet his brother again, and they just kept playing. Well, when I went to move out of my mom's house, I go to load my dog's kennel and crate into the truck, and she goes, "Where are you going?" I said, "Taking my dog to the new place." She goes, "No, he lives here now." My mom stole my dog,
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
shit.
gangster.
and now he's the only one living out of the 2 of them because they're 12
Are we
years old.
getting these juicy stories? Is your listeners like in the last 11 episodes? Have they heard that?
They've heard some
They've
stories.
heard a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Dude,
Oh,
I'm
we-
full of shit.
We always revealing something
You're
of
not full of
ourselves,
shit.
and I guess we try to reveal as much as possible. So, are you single? Should ladies be trying to holler at you? Do you want us to get some ladies?
You know, I'm not single as of this recording. There's
Okay.
this girl I'm
As
talking
of this
to.
recording,
There's this girl I'm talking to. You know, there's that.
If she watches this, he might be single.
Okay, there's that Mitch Hedberg joke. He's like, I don't have a girlfriend, but I do know a girl who'd be really mad if she heard me say that.
Right. Yeah.
But I do have a girlfriend.
That's
Yes,
cool.
So
Yes,
shout out to her.
yes. Yes.
She's
That's one of the things we
She-
both got going for us with this tour. Neither one of us are tied down. Oh, maybe. I don't know. I fucked up. My bad.
We'll see. We'll see if
I'm
if
single.
I fuck it up or not.
I'm single.
Yeah, holler at this guy.
Yeah, if you like fat daddies. If you've got daddy issues and you like big boys and like to be cuddled, I'll give you my phone number.
So what is we always ask every comedian that comes on, what is some of your comedic goals that you have?
Yeah, so I would love right now, like I think a solid goal within the next maybe 5 years or so. I would love to be able to just make a living doing stand up.
That's a good goal.
I mean that's pretty standard. I mean,
Yeah.
even if I make the amount I make right now.
Well, hold on.
Stand up, yeah.
How long have you been doing stand up to get to that point?
So I'm saying like in the next 5 years. I think
How long have you
that's
been doing up to this point though?
About 4 years.
So you'll be at 9 years in and you want to be
Yes.
making a living doing it.
I did it
Okay.
for the first time. I believe it was October 2020.
Okay.
Okay, so right after COVID.
Yeah. So back to what you were asking, how I got into stand up. I was in this play called Punts. It was I played a special needs person in his 20s.
Oh my
whose
god.
Parents,
Did you go full retard?
Whoa!
You know what? That's a good question. I think more full. He was
You never go
definitely
full retard.
he definitely wasn't like a he wasn't a Rain Man type.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Where's that come from?
It comes from Tropic Thunder.
Thank you, Les.
I know exactly. What
Oh
you're
my
talking about.
god!
But
You don't know the reference?
No, I do. That's why
It's a movie line.
yeah, it's a great
No,
scene.
no, I know, but I'm not going to go full Robert Downey Jr. and go blackface.
But this is the thing, you know, a little sidebar on that. This was a little annoying. Is like people say he did blackface. He did not do blackface.
I know.
He played somebody
That was black.
that was playing blackface. It's true. Robert Downey Jr. was playing an actor who was doing blackface. That was the point. He wasn't literally playing. It was a movie within the movie. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a really good argument against it.
I agree.
No.
I can handle that.
I swear to God, I don't like blackface. However, I love Tropic Thunder as a movie.
Absolutely.
And have no problem with what he did in that movie. And maybe that's why I have no problem with it. Because like you said, he's not Robert Downey Jr. He's the guy in the movie who's playing the guy.
He's not.
He's the guy who's playing the guy.
Exactly. There's layers. He's literally.
He's breaking the sixth wall over there.
Okay, no, this is the thing. Like, there's a difference between like, you know, a racist movie and a movie with racist characters. You know,
And that person
racial
really being
themes.
racist.
You know, like 12 Years a Slave is not a racist movie.
It's a movie about racism.
But it's a movie with race. You know, so
With race
kind of
undertones,
the layer, like the point, the satire of it was what he was doing.
No, I get you. Not the,
Yeah.
I love the movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's one of my favorite scenes. My favorite scenes when he goes to Ben Stiller. he goes when he goes. You think you type of GPS?
Hey Clay,
You think you type of GPS? Man, let me see that map. He goes, no, I gotta have the
were you
map.
drinking sweet or
He
unsweet?
goes,
A sweet tea.
He goes, I don't have.
All
He said, I gotta have the map. He goes, man. Yo, man. So, look at your arms, man. You shredded like a Julian salad.
Julius.
I know it, boy. He goes, man, what you mean? You see Rocky 1? He said, you remember Rocky 1? And then he was kind of, well, you remember Rocky 2? He was like, what you been doing, man? You got any tips? For like the next, like, even to the day, I think me and my family be on the phone, and that's something we'll say to each other, like, you got any tips? It's just so funny. And then he snatches them. He goes, I mean,
You know, one line,
I don't think I understood the last
Well-
30 seconds of what he's saying.
Well, one really-
He's laughing so hard.
One line I really like that just makes you laugh in that movie is so silly. Is you remember Tom Cruise's character? You know?
Oh, yeah, he's good, yeah.
He says, you know, those guys, whatever they were, they said you must send us $10 million or whatever, like and negotiating. And he's on the other line just antagonizing them, like not playing. And he said, you owe us this amount of money, and he's like, yeah. How about instead of sending you that, we send you a hobo's dick cheeks? I love that line.
Yo,
I'm definitely going home and rewatching
We
that
never
tonight.
asked anybody this, but I thought this would be. You made me think about that. What's some of your favorite comedy movies? Like, what's some movie that you can watch right now? And laugh at? I just was laughing.
There's some classics that I love, and like the comedy movie isn't really.
Thanks, man.
Thank you very much.
What'd you have on there?
Sweet tea. Oh.
Thank you, my guy. Thank you.
Like the comedy movie isn't really in its like golden age, you know. Like
no, but I'm saying, but in the history, like in life, like I love Harlem Nights.
exactly.
Harlem Nights.
Oh yeah, in the history, 100%.
What's something that
A
like
movie
inspires you?
That really was big for me. So I was a big fan of Weird Al Yankovic.
Talk
growing
about
up.
him.
I dig Weird Al.
UHF
Yes.
was when I discovered, because I was already a fan of UHF, already a fan of Weird Al Yankovic. Then I found out, and like kind of discovering about him, that he
You
has
think
this
a bigger-
movie from 1989 called UHF, and yeah, that movie's
You
hilarious.
think's a bigger without Yankovic fan than me and you?
A bigger Weird
I'd
Al
say
fan?
probably
Weird Al?
Wes.
Have Weird Off?
We can do a Weird Al trivia. You know,
Oh my! I'm gonna sit here and judge.
I
Okay.
feel confident enough in how much I know about him.
But you're weirder than me.
Oh, like a weird? Or,
No, I'm making
Yeah, he's just being stupid.
oh, I thought you meant who's a bigger Weird Al fan.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Who's the bigger weirdo?
He said have a weird off is what he
Weird
said.
Off. Yeah, because who's the biggest Weird Al fan? So I have a Weird Al fan song.
Yep.
My favorite Weird Al album is "Running with Scissors."
Yep. 1999.
He's got the years.
Don't say, but this. You see, I'm a fan.
I think that's right.
I mean, right? Hopefully.
Is that the one with the Amish one?
No,
That was Bad Hair Day.
Okay.
That's Bad Hair Day. See, I knew that.
And Running with Scissors was his first album without the afro glasses look.
Oh,
Because
okay.
he got the laser surgery and then he put his hair down more. So this is his first one with this new kind of.
That album single is all about the Pentiums.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about the Pentiums. Yeah, it's all about computers. And he has a song in there, and he has a good song. The My Chevy, Chevy song, that song. Throw your Chevy to the Chevy to Levy's Drive.
Yeah.
He has a song
American
about
Pie by
Star
Don.
Wars.
Yeah.
And he goes, my, this Anakin guy. Maybe Vader someday
Mama, stir
later.
that.
Now
It
he's
looks very
just a
thick at the bottom.
surprise. You got to stir it. You got to shake it, not stir.
I like him thick at the bottom.
Hey,
don't we all?
That's all of us.
Don't we all like them thick at the
Very
bottom?
classy, yeah. I'm
But
sure if I did say I was single in the shadow, there'd be this is all just like.
But I love this song, Germs. You like that song?
Yeah, that's a fun one.
They're all over me.
You know, that's a like 9 Inch Nails sort of, but it's a style parody. So it's not a parody of a specific.
But I love that. Just like
Yeah,
I'm living
the
with
Weird Al talk. Yeah,
germs.
all the women for sure. But no, I've seen him live a couple times.
He
Oh
comes
my
to
God.
Manchester Music Hall here
Oh
all
my
the time.
God.
Yeah.
At least like once a
What's
year.
that big stadium over there? Or you see off the
Oh, that's
highway?
our brand new soccer stadium.
Oh,
We
okay.
did that.
You know how you've got the whatever family stadium there
The
right
Lynn
off
Family Stadium.
Yeah.
That's
so
the
that's
new
our
soccer one. Okay.
that's our new digs for
Okay.
our professional team.
Okay.
We have a
That
professional soccer
isn't-
team now.
Well, we've had they're very low level.
What's the name of them?
Lexington Sporting Club.
Oh, Lexington Sporting Club is the
Yeah.
name. They don't have a name.
No, that's the name.
no,
They
but-
go generic because we're Louisville City.
Yeah,
You know, they don't do anything cool.
it's
It
stupid,
doesn't really seem
basic.
like a name.
but it's
Yeah.
the Lexington Sporting Club. They've got a women's team and a men's team.
Sounds like a local workout.
They're afraid whatever mascot they choose is going to be like
Already took it?
canceled in like 10
Yeah.
years.
Yeah,
Like,
but
not-
that
be-
stadium
be
opened less than
insensitive.
3 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
I can't wait to not go there.
I've never been to Lynn Family Stadium yet. It looks like a cool place, but I've
it
got-
does look cool from the interstate.
One thing about me, I'm not
Not a sports fan.
Well, in regards to sports as a piece of entertainment, it's just not my cup of soy
Yeah,
sauce.
I like watching
Gotcha.
the highlights. I can watch it. I can't sit there and watch a whole game. Now the highlights with the special things that is like that's amazing. Somebody can do that. I can watch that, but just sit
Yeah.
there and watch every boring mundane moment. I hate it. I hate it
Well,
with a passion.
with my ADD, that kind of falls right into what I need to focus. So, like, I can go to a fucking baseball game and
Oh, I
I can
hate
just
it.
be entranced by every single pitch. Like, when I was a kid, I could tell you stats off baseball cards,
Oh, man.
like goddamn Rain Man. It was
Mhm.
bad.
I do. I hate
But
it.
baseball is that way for me. Basketball, football, and hockey. I
Mhm.
could do the big four, but after that, I start to lose interest real quick.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't watch a tennis match. Not with all the grunting. Makes me think about other things.
Did you watch
Yeah.
that Daniel Radcliffe? That's his name wrong.
The guy on Harry Potter?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Radcliffe.
Did you watch that?
What?
Play no, was it him? Was that him? Was that
What are you
him?
talking about?
Who the fuck was it? Who played him in
We
the-
don't know what you're talking about.
Who played him in the Weird Al Yankovic movie?
Oh, that was Daniel Radcliffe. Oh, they were about to Weird Al. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was called Weird the Al Yankovic Story, and that was actually it was a fake trailer like 10 years ago. It was
But
like
they made a real
a
movie.
concept trailer,
Yeah.
and Aaron Paul was playing. Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Jesse in Breaking
Oh,
Bad.
yeah,
He was Weird Al in that
Okay.
fake trailer, but then
Actually,
Breaking Bad
it
was
was funny.
so good.
I
Oh,
never
it's
watched it
phenomenal.
yet.
And Better Call Saul is just as good, if not
Oh, I
better.
know. I
It's
love
actually
it.
better.
I
Yeah.
haven't watched it yet. I guess I got to go and watch
The
it.
woman lawyer on Better Call Saul is
Kim Wexler.
she
played
is
by
my
Ray Seymour.
favorite character.
Amazing.
The lady.
Yeah, so Breaking Bad's already, it's incredible stuff, but then Better Call Saul, which is a prequel series.
Now, I know about
And,
the.
yeah,
I
it eventually catches up with Breaking Bad. Anyway,
Well, speaking of those
it's just as great.
believe you. I might watch both.
Speaking of those prequel series, are either of you into the Taylor Sheridan stuff, like Yellowstone, Lioness,
Oh,
or
you know what?
Landman?
No, I do like, Western stuff quite a bit. I like that aesthetic, that vibe of the the Western.
Right.
So maybe I would like it.
Yellowstone is an amazing show. I've not caught this season simply because I'm streaming everything and I don't have the one that I need to stream that. But
shout out to my auntie. She told me to watch it. I don't hate westerns. My favorite. I love Young Guns 1 and 2.
Oh, Young Guns was a great movie.
You know what I mean? I love that. I like some other westerns that I've seen in life. I'm not the biggest seek it out western person.
Have you seen Blazing Saddles at least?
Of course.
Okay.
Mel
So that's
Brooks.
the thing. So back to like the classic comedy movies. So when it comes to like quick jokes, like you saw in like Airplane and all that stuff, just that's like for the internet now.
Right. Yeah.
You know, but so it surprised me. They're doing another Naked Gun movie. Liam Neeson's gonna play
He's alive.
Liam Neeson, not
Leslie Nielsen.
Leslie Nielsen. Yeah.
Leslie Nielsen. Whatever.
Is Leslie Nielsen alive?
No. But Liam Neeson, I can but it's interesting that like those type of movies where basically the plot is just a vessel for the jokes.
I mean,
that's it.
It would
Those
be
don't really exist
interesting
anymore. So the
if
nigga
they
from
kind of
Taken.
did a Taken type.
So the dude from Taken.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh man,
Exactly.
that's too meta. I'm just saying like I know he probably can do the comedy stuff. Like I see them on Saturday Night Live.
He would just play it straight.
I know
That's
what I'm saying.
all he would have to do.
Yeah, but it's like I don't know. I want my guy. They couldn't have got Liam Neeson.
I mean,
Leslie Nielsen.
Leslie Nielsen?
Oh, he's dead.
he's dead. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
it wouldn't be very
That'd
good.
be hard. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, none of the AI.
Maybe that would have been a joke. He could have played it even straighter.
That'd be a joke. If they figured out some sort of funny AI joke to throw in there. And put
Oh
him
my
in there,
God,
that could be interesting.
that's hilarious.
You know
Just
what I
thinking
want?
about
My
it.
movie I always want to make, just me personally, is like a dream movie. And I see a lot of these. You ever see these AI like trailer things? Like they did one for The Simpsons with Adam Sandler and all that.
yeah. Those,
Yeah, I've seen those. Those are cool.
They're cool, but it bothers me that there's no actual human artist behind it. Like you see those
Right.
AI things, and a lot of them are pretty impressive. But I don't like that somebody didn't spend hours making that. It's just off. It's off-putting. I really don't. I don't like that.
Maybe those people are working on the cure for cancer.
Instead of like, maybe it's a good. Yeah. But at the same time,
One can only hope.
Those people are wasting their hours doing something. I want somebody to waste the time of their life to draw this. I can't enjoy it.
All right.
True.
Spend less time with your kids so I can enjoy your art.
Speaking of spending less time with
I
your
didn't get
kids,
I didn't get
What were
to
you
the
saying?
movie.
Oh, what were you saying?
I want to do the Jetsons,
Yeah,
Ooh.
that never happened.
and I want to do Will Ferrell as George Jefferson,
That could be cool.
and then Danny DeVito as Spacely.
okay, the boss.
If not him, then Kevin Hart. One of those short people.
Okay,
And I know they mix complexions in movies and stuff, so you can make Kevin Hart Spacely Sprockets or whatever.
right.
And everybody else can be somebody else. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, they never did. You know,
Let's cast it right here, right now. Let's figure it out.
Those Flintstone movies. Oh yeah. Well, the Will Ferrell, he might even be a little bit too old to play George.
To play George now?
Because I feel like George Jetson has to be maybe somebody in their
Jason
mid-30s.
Sudeikis.
Jason Sudeikis, maybe
He's too old too, right? He's like Will Ferrell.
He's
an
40.
Andy Samberg.
Oh
or
yeah,
some
Andy
shit.
Samberg would good.
Oh, you know, it's that one guy I'm thinking of his face right now, but I can't think of his name. I don't know his name. But I know he'd probably be perfect for it too.
But they never did a live action Jetson movie.
Why not?
They did the
I
Flintstones.
got your boss man, Keenan from Keenan and Kel.
He's
from
good.
Saturday Night Live.
From Saturday
he
Night
is
Live.
the longest running SNL
Yeah.
member.
He deserves
Absolutely,
it.
And
he would be awesome.
He just stays on it. He just stays.
Why wouldn't you?
And
If
he-
it's a steady
Well,
paycheck.
I'm sure it's a really steady paycheck. He's not like he's like the star of the show.
No.
He very much is a supporting guy, but he's just been in it the whole. fucking
He's the
time.
Phil Hartman of our generation.
I think that guy is on.
Interesting.
I think
Hope his
that
wife
guy.
isn't.
Yeah, I don't know
think-
if he's
well,
married.
she left him for the other guy. I still remember.
What? Who's his wife? Phil.
Keenan's wife ended up getting with the other guy from Saturday Night Live.
Oh, I didn't know anything about.
Oh, my
this.
God, yeah.
I didn't pay
Oh,
attention. I didn't follow
that's
this.
fucking drama right there.
Oh, it was
What
another,
other guy?
it was another like African or black dude or whatever. It was another guy.
Tracy Morgan.
No.
Tommy Davidson.
No, he was on the show too. He
Is it the guy that was
he was on
in the pot show? Fuck.
Oh, are you talking about Weeds?
Yes.
Because he was at the little comedy club recently.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know who you're talking about.
I can't remember his name.
Kevin Nealon.
Oh yeah.
Is that your
No,
name?
I'm not talking about Kevin Nealon. I'm talking about the black guy that was.
the black guy.
The black guy that was on that show
Shit.
where they were growing weed in the back and selling it in the front. I can't remember the fucking name of it. It was a comedy. Oh my god.
And it wasn't Weeds?
No,
Okay.
it wasn't weeds.
I don't know.
Anyway, yeah, that just stalled out.
It's okay.
Speaking of weed, are you a partaker?
Yes. I'm even like doing like a dry January right now, but I'm smoking weed.
Okay,
Because your mouth is dry, so dry January
that makes sense.
Yeah. But it's
See,
something that I enjoy, but if I smoke too much of it, I've always said for a while, alcohol makes me sentimental. Weed makes me existential. Like
oh, absolutely.
I will, like if I'm like high and I'm in my head, I'll be like, what the fuck are you doing with your life?
I will pontificate for hours.
Yes.
So
I'll do that.
yeah,
His name is Chris Red.
that's him. That's exactly who I was talking about. He was in that show where he. Yes.
Oh, okay.
3 months after they filed for divorce.
Oof. Wow.
He's younger Keenan.
But you got to think about that whole time. He's just like, every time you invite him over, he's looking at your wife.
God, talk about a tense workplace.
I hope this doesn't work.
Were they like friends in real life? Or?
Well, they were definitely on the same
Hello,
show.
Regina.
Yeah.
What's up? What up, Tess? What's going on? How y'all doing? Thanks for the love and support. We here. Thank y'all so much. Thanks for coming through.
We see how many people are.
Kinda, yes. You can kind of see them. Some people in comments might say hello, so I was trying to give them a shout.
What do we got live going right now? Like 5 people?
Yeah, well, it goes up and down, but they were just sending us mad love. They were sending us.
Yeah.
We get a couple of good views on Facebook. We get better views on Facebook than even YouTube.
Absolutely. Yeah,
It
on
is-
my page, I've been getting 400 or 500 views.
So somebody will see this.
We'll
Yeah.
see this. Okay.
Yeah.
A future employer will see this.
Yeah,
If-
potentially.
And if you didn't get to see this,
Right. Yeah. We're trying to get them backlogged onto YouTube right now.
Oh, but back to like the kind of how
The
like I
weed.
started. Oh, the weed.
Yeah.
We were talking about the weed. Oh yeah, weed. I smoke weed sometimes. Yeah.
Okay, I don't personally smoke. He's in recovery from it.
3 years and 3.5 years, I haven't smoked a drink. I never did crack.
Just drugs. Just in
It was just
general?
weed. I never.
weed?
I did ecstasy and Molly, and I did shrooms before, but I was a big pothead. That was my drug of choice. I never really.
Do you think it like messed with your life in a bad way? Do you think it,
In hindsight, yes.
Well, I mean, the jail system would say so.
Yeah, I went to prison and stuff like that. I think.
okay.
Well, I mean, not for smoking pot, but
For distribution purposes.
for selling drugs. And I feel like one of the reasons I got involved in selling drugs was to make my own hours due to my laziness or inability to get a job because of drug testing. So it became like at one point in my life, it became more like a necessity because I felt the pressure of wanting to have money, but not being able to just go work at Walmart. Like people say, go work at Walmart. I couldn't because they would drug test me. Don't go work at this place. I couldn't work anywhere because I would get drug tested. And then I was like, well, fuck it. I'm not going to work anywhere anyway. I'll just sell drugs until I become a famous rapper. That was my plan. And obviously it didn't work. It only worked for Jay-Z and a couple of other famous rappers. Just not me.
But, yeah,
So,
for
yeah,
me,
it
though,
affected me.
since I can't smoke due to my health issues, I will do edibles.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to find the right way to microdose to keep me off of my antidepressants and shit like that because that's causing other problems in my life. Like I'm writing a new joke right now that we did last week.
I heard it.
Yeah, about how antidepressants are causing blue balls because I can't fucking get off because it's a side effect of the antidepressant.
That would make me
Yeah.
more depressed.
I sat in front of my
They're
computer.
supposed to make you not blue,
Right. Yeah, they're supposed to make you not blue. So that's the problem. They're causing a whole different kind of depression by taking the fucking antidepressants. So yeah, I'm working on a whole joke about that right now.
What is your writing process like?
Oh, mine. Okay.
You're super funny. I seen you on stage before. You were funny there. You're funny here. What is your writing process like?
I think normally I'll just think about something and then maybe like just I find it very difficult to be like if I want to make a joke about this concept, let me try to figure out how to make that joke. Usually the joke comes first. Usually the punchline is what enters my brain. Like you see the joke,
Yeah.
and then what you got to flesh out is like
How do I get to that?
How do
how
you
do-
get there?
How do I get to it?
Okay.
And I feel like if I sit down with pen and paper and write, inevitably I'm going to think of new things. There's
Okay.
something about what the brain's doing with the pen and paper. It's
The prolific.
you can just you just. But I honestly don't sit down and literally write as much as I should. What I'll do on stage sometimes I'll have just like a list of like just keywords
Premises,
like the
concepts,
title of
yeah.
and I'll see it and I'll know it. I try to get rid of that as much as possible because I used to in theater I would have to like memorize I had to memorize a
Lines.
lot of
Y'all
shit.
thinking, you was the
A
actor,
lot
right?
of shit. A whole lot of shit.
And do it in character.
Yes. And I'm like, you used to do that. Why do you need to bring up this fucking note card on stage? Like you don't need to do it's that's just like kind of laziness, like not putting in the
On the same memorization point, us both being musicians at some point, the memorization just comes naturally to me because I was a tuba player and I was a music education major in college.
Okay, yeah.
So like when I get a joke, and I'm very much like you, like I'll have a punchline I want to get to, but I'll sit down and I actually learned this from Joe Mackey. Do you know who that is?
Yes.
He was on Last Comic Standing.
Yes.
Well, Joe Mackey showed me a way to get to an idea. It's kind of like when you're in 7th grade and they teach you to brainstorm.
Mm-hmm.
So like you sit here and you'll take the idea and you put it in the center, but you write thoughts out in like a freaking hurricane type thing on your paper, and it looks like a storm when it's all done and gets back to the beginning of the joke.
Mm.
So he taught me that, and from that I've been getting much more laughs, first of all, because I can see which lines that I've tried out of this joke are working, and I can single-handedly just cross through which one's not getting a laugh, and I can just get from joke to joke to joke, and it's actually working very, very well for me. But I do start with the joke that I want to get to, and I work my way back to it.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's just one of the things I've experienced. You've got your own different writing method.
Yeah, so you do.
I do conversational comedy, so just talking to family and friends, I'll just say outrageous things, and then I'll think, "Oh, that's funny," and then I'll kind of expand on that on stage, kind of thing. And then I like to really work my jokes out on stage, so I'll have a beginning or a thing I'm trying to do, and I'll know where I'm going with it, and I'll just kind of tell it and just feel what feels right to say. Because I was telling my cousin the other day, that's how I describe my comedy, conversation. I just like to feel like it's two friends having a conversation with each other, but you're just listening to them.
Yes. Do you see yourself doing like a lot of crowd work because of that?
I can say yes, because last week
I fuck with them. I do fuck with the crowd, but I don't think to the point where it becomes hacky or dependency.
Yeah.
It's more or less like where it's just like I'm just kind of like I like to try to get them involved, but not to the point where I feel like sometimes I see people need. Like I seen this one guy in the whole set. It was good because the audience was entertained, but the whole set he was on their ass, like not making jokes, but just like super involved in them. I think mine is more like to make them just feel
comfortable.
They're a part of it. We're here together. Opposed to like I'll ask them, hey, did you see the movie thing? Like did you see this movie? Or you watch this new documentary I watched? Well,
Yeah.
You got Netflix? Like kind of like a setup for the joke. Opposed to like
there's
more like
it's fun to like slightly involve like the audience, but I don't know if I could ever do like full blown like long crowd work. I've tried it, but it's stuff. But I like things like I have this one joke where I always end it with I point to some dude in the audience and like this guy knows what I'm talking about.
Right.
And it's always that, and I always do. So just kind of incorporate.
That's a great comedy technique too.
Yeah, I like.
I mean, a lot of people have been doing that, and then there's a lot of people that'll talk and they'll be getting to something, and then they'll drop the mic and they'll shout. There's a lot of different comedy tricks that we learned through the years of doing comedy.
Yeah,
and I'm going to tell you right now, Danny Hucks is a master of those tricks. I've never laughed so hard at any one individual that wasn't like getting paid on a regular basis.
He's great.
Danny Hucks.
Danny Hucks.
Can I say something about Danny Hucks?
Absolutely.
He's great. Yes, he's part of the Louisville scene. Great guy. Hilarious. Great jokes.
I'll get him back this way soon.
Years ago, before I ever started doing stand-up, my stepmom.
Did she fuck him?
Oh, God.
Yes.
So Danny Hucks was at my
And I'm like, damn, Danny got to her before I did. Fuck. No.
That's Pornhub for you.
Why?
Yeah, it's still, I talked to him about it. He says the last person he thought was Wes's stepmom. But he did this benefit. My stepmom used to bartend at this bar, and they did a benefit for, I think it was a house that burnt down. I think a baby died in the fire.
Oh, wow.
So it was a really sad situation. But the audience was horrible. The people were there not to hear a comedy show.
Right.
They were there just chilling at the bar. It was a more laid back environment. It wasn't like a somber environment. It was chill.
It wasn't awake.
It wasn't awake.
Okay.
No, it was at a bar. It was like a benefit thing.
Right.
And like a lot of the proceeds for the drinks and shit. And the comedians were there, and nobody was listening to them. People were, the host was like yelling at the people, like saying, "Hey, if you want to
we experienced that here about 3 weeks ago.
If you want to talk, just go in the patio. Go to the patio. Go outside. But here, please respect the comics." People were awful. So Danny was on there doing his stuff. Nobody was listening. And mind you, this is for like a dead. Anyway, nobody. I was listening, and then he said, I just saw on his face. He's like, "Fuck it." He's like, I think he said my favorite Danny Huck's joke. He said, "There's nothing wrong with having a baby face, but there is something wrong with having 5 in a plastic bag." And he just told that joke because he said, "Fuck it, nobody's." And you could tell at the end nobody was listening. He just told it, and I'm like, "That's amazing." I'm dying.
He's one of the most ingenious comics I've ever met.
And he's got like a dark guy, but that's.
I said one of. You are in there too. You're definitely one of the darkest comedians I've ever met. I'll leave that there.
Hey, you're not going to get corporate gigs being that dark, man.
Oh, man.
Jesus Christ.
Somebody offered me like an email for a corporate gig. I wonder if it's going on. I like an email.
Dude, I got one of those too, and it was a fucking scam. Don't do it.
Really?
Yeah, there's like some people that are going through like TikTok, and they're finding your emails and shit through your link trees and whatnot, and they're emailing you about, "Hey, I need you to come do this corporate gig. They offer you $1,000. We'll get you a car and everything." Mine was supposed to be down at the whatever the
what they need.
Hilton.
What they need from you for the scam? What they need?
Well, they wanted to get like information, bank account, and all that. I'm like, yeah, no, we're good.
Okay, yeah.
I said I don't give that shit out to people. You know,
send me the check.
Yeah, just hand me a check. Yeah.
Sounds good.
What's your address?
Speaking of burning babies or whatever.
That'd be a good band name.
Yeah, that is a good.
Oh
I
my God,
I might
Burning
copyright that. Do not
Babies.
steal that.
The Burning Babies?
No, in California. Shout out to our people on the West Coast.
Oh, absolutely.
Going through it out there. Hopefully nobody's babies burned. No.
I hope not.
I laugh, I joke, I play game over. It's definitely, even though I'm a sociopath, whatever, I know that from other people post on Facebook, it's a sad situation. And
It's incredibly sad.
we wish that people safe.
And the winds are kicking back up again tonight, so there's going to be a lot more loss. So
Hopefully they can find a way to. Why don't they use like fireproof stuff when they build the house?
I mean, because it doesn't look
Do they not
good.
have that?
Fire-resistant paneling exists, but it's ugly as hell.
If your baby is on fire, by the way, don't touch it.
Just wait. It's ugly.
Yeah, these people in California are fucking that, gone, mentally, where everything has to look a certain way.
Imagine that being part of the decision of
The way you build your house.
And then your house burns down. It's
Right.
Like, no, we can use.
We could have used FRP, but
this stuff. This is what it looks like.
it's just ugly.
Can we use the regular?
Apparently, they've been saying for a matter. This is just a matter of time before something like this happens.
Mm-hmm.
I think they show it's like Joe Rogan. They show a clip from like July. He was talking about a firefighter friend of his saying that this is like going to happen really soon. We've just been lucky that it hasn't happened, and then it just
Joe Rogan
6
has.
months later, happens.
He has a bit of the Matt Groening effect happening on his podcast.
Simpsons, you mean, right?
The Simpsons is predicting shit that's going to happen in the future type deal.
Okay,
Yeah. Joe Rogan's been doing that shit nonstop by the guests
Yeah.
that he's been having that are like predicting these things to happen, and it's actually happening. I don't know. People think that Joe Rogan's a nut job or whatever, or wackadoodle, but he is a caring, sensitive person that actually wants to help people become better versions of themselves. And he's also funny. But when it comes down to it, the people on his podcast, there's shit that's happening, and it's been talked about for years on his podcast now. And it's kind of given that Matt Groening effect where, like, some people think that Matt Groening's a time traveler and he's sitting here predicting everything that's getting ready to happen.
Rest in peace, Mac.
But
No, I think he's still alive.
No,
Isn't
he's
he?
dead.
When
Did he?
died?
He died.
I think he's alive.
here we go
In our
with the
hearts.
Google.
He's alive in our hearts.
The Simpsons, though, that
That's
show,
ending this year, right?
I don't think so. That they did like a fake series finale. They did an episode that was I didn't see it.
Oh,
They did an
okay.
episode that was the series finale, quote unquote, but it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
It just is a joke.
I guess he
don't
is
know.
alive. I don't know if they died.
Yeah, but also like he's like the creator of it. He did those early comics, but
Right.
there's never ever an episode that says written by Matt Groening. Like he's
No.
not, he's not
I mean,
involved in
yeah,
that,
but
but I guess he feeds it down to them.
of course.
Yeah,
I thought he died.
No, there's a lot of people that have died, but he's not one of them.
Oh,
Awkward, yeah.
Anyway,
millions
so
of people died.
we had a good time here talking about some stuff. Is there anything that you want to bring up and talk about?
But you were asking me kind of like earlier on about like
Yeah,
Star
my
Wars.
ADD gets
Yeah,
really in the way.
but it's let's see. I was in a play called Punt. So some of the special needs person. He's a 25-year-old whose parents wanted to hire a prostitute.
You remember a line from that?
That's pretty on the spot.
I can remember like just kind of things that were like talked about what it's about.
So like when you were like, you don't remember like a line?
There wasn't like a line that was like so iconic from it. That was just so like.
A scene. What was the scene? Okay, scene.
I mean, there's scene where the prostitute walks into our room and I'm like kind of like freaking out. I don't know what to do, and it was like a whole like she's like basically trying to like get me to have sex with her because the parents paid. I'm like
So yeah,
pushing back because I'm nervous and shit.
That reminds me of a Jim Jeffries bit
Yeah.
where he took one guy to a prostitute, to a brothel, and he was trying to get him laid, and he was handicapped or something. Yeah. Jim
My
Jeffries.
character's obsessed with rugby.
Oh,
Rugby?
okay.
He was really into rugby.
okay.
And it was actually the first time that it was a really good play. It was the first time it was ever done in the U.S. It was a British play. We did like British accents.
Oh, cool.
Well, let me hear your British accent.
Oh, it's terrible. Actually, we got a couple of reviews.
It might be spot on.
We got a couple of reviews, and in one of the reviews, it said that they kept going in and out of their accents.
Yeah, I think that's the problem.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's bad.
I felt like I wasn't doing that,
couldn't
but this
do the
guy
accent?
felt we were.
So this play is what got you into comedy.
Oh well, so no. I'm just like backtrack. What the play's about is kind of irrelevant. No.
Okay.
I kind of though. We were 2 weeks from opening the show, and all the COVID shit happened.
Oh, yeah. COVID.
And the play was like, we're gonna postpone this play for at least a month or so. Postpone for another month. Get email, several more, push back, and of course the theater community, they were full blown on the COVID.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't Florida,
Right. Yeah,
Uh,
I was outside in 2 weeks in Florida going to
Yes.
Walmart. But
So anyway, like that big pot, we did eventually about a year and a half later get back to. We basically had to start from scratch. But we did the play. That was very satisfying to do. But in between that time, I had started doing stand up because
you needed something to do.
the Caravan was open and they were doing the mics, and I was like really immersed in the whole comedy kind of like podcast circuit, and really was like just really super into comedy again.
That's awesome.
And then I'm like, I gotta do it. So I did an open mic in October 2020.
So which one do you consider your home club, LCC or the Caravan?
Oh, very much LCC. Very much.
Me
so.
too. I'm a Lexington comic, and I consider LCC my home.
Yeah, I mean, I've gotten opportunities at LCC. I've been able to host, open. LCC is also great because
What is LCC?
Louisville Comedy
Louisville
Club.
Comedy Club.
I also work there. I work there part time.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I'm an employee there as
At the
well.
LCC?
So it's definitely my.
I thought y'all started
my
a business
health club.
together.
But it's great. I loved it when that opened because before that opened, you had to go to a comedy off Broadway
Right.
to see.
And it's hard as hell to get on there.
Yeah, but as far as even like seeing, big name club comics.
Thank you for the love. Thank you.
Yeah, they would go to they would not go to the Caravan.
Right.
It doesn't
Caravan's
attract
just
us.
kind of like back away off the thing.
But it's hard to like kind of navigate what I should do with my style of comedy because I don't get like certain like I've DM'd people that run like show like Laugh Louisville and things like that,
Right.
And they've said as far as doing certain kind of shows like you're just a little bit too dark. You don't want this kind of subject matter to be talked about like in like
that
a
same
bar setting when somebody's walking in, things like that. So
that particular same
Not to cut
promoter.
you off, that makes me think of not to cut you off, my bad. But that makes me think of a good thing. Because you always hear that as an upcoming comic. That you're too dark, you curse too much. How the fuck do these other comedians who we idolize, who have a similar material style as us, make it? Did they fake it the whole way until they made it? Like, how did they, you get what I'm trying to say?
yeah.
If this is such a bad thing and people don't like this, there are famous comedians who are dark comedians. There are famous comedians
I mean, Joey Diaz.
who curse all day. So how do these, you get what I'm trying to say though? If you're telling me right now when I'm trying to get booked that I don't know, man, you're too dark.
You're too rough around the
You
edges.
need to learn how to work clean if you want to get booked. You got to do clean comedy. All these little things that people are telling you, and it's like, well, how the fuck does somebody else make it?
People like dirty comedy. People like
Absolutely, they do.
People like
So
it. There is an audience for it. There
So
really
how do
is.
these other people? Did Dave Chappelle have to work clean at some point? Was he doing that to get booked to make it the way he's at? Was any of those Def Comedy Jam people working clean at one point? Because they all was like
Barney.
Was you think he was working clean? Was he doing that?
No, I mean,
What happened?
I think the key to making it is just being true to yourself.
Yeah.
Being who you are, damn what other people
Because
think.
it's organically to my sense of humor. Like, it's not that I don't like great, clean comedy.
Absolutely.
I mean, Nate Bargatze's really fucking funny.
He is.
But it would be off-putting if he suddenly just had this really fucked up joke. That's not him. That's not his vibe. If it feels natural to you, then it works.
Right.
And I just feel like it's. There was this one comedian I saw one time. He said I only do clean comedy. That's all I do. I mean, if you can only tour with me if you do clean. And he got the audience to even clap for him when he said that. And he said the way he said it bothered me. It's like he was saying clean comedy was synonymous with ethical comedy, and I just don't agree.
That's
with
part
that.
of.
I don't think that the clean argument about getting booked is valid because there's comics like Louis C.K., there's Joey Diaz, there's Robert Schimmel, who has since passed.
Yes.
Bob Schimmel was the dirtiest motherfucker. Sam Kinison.
Yes.
I mean, I can go on for days. The argument about being clean is wrong. Huh?
He wrote Ambiguous Gay Duo.
That was Robert Smigel.
All right,
And he did Triumph the Insult Comic Dog.
Yes.
He was one of the head writers on like Conan O'Brien.
All right. He didn't die.
I mean,
No.
there's a lot of the writers.
Robert Schimmel. He was like a comic.
Yeah,
Like old
Bob
school
Schimmel.
kinda-
Yeah, he'd get on stage in a suit, and he would sit there and he'd tell you dirty jokes,
Yeah.
Lenny Bruce style.
Yeah.
He was kind of like old school dirty.
But yeah,
Like, it was dirty, but it was.
But you do get my question kind of thing, like how if somebody's telling you need to change your style, change your style, change your style.
Yeah.
And then my biggest fear would be that I go clean just to try to get booked or whatever. And now I blow up, and then it's like I get this whole audience that's supporting me, or these supporters or fan base, whatever you want to call them, who's expecting a certain type of comedy from me, and that's not my comedy.
Yeah.
And now I'm famous and can't get booked at Rupp, but they like, you're doing that clean stuff, right? It's like,
Yeah.
no, what do you mean, man? No, that's not me. So it's like, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Well, I've had an absolute blast talking to you, Wes. We're going to have you back sometime.
What up, Ed?
We appreciate you driving all the way down from Louisville.
Oh yeah, thanks. For having me.
I also need to work on getting you on one of my shows again here in the near future.
Okay, yeah.
But we appreciate everybody that's taking their time to watch us today. This is our 12th episode. We appreciate all our fans and supporters. We ask anybody that sees this to please like and subscribe to the Funnier in Person podcast page on YouTube, to the Dirty 4.5 YouTube page, and also to my personal Facebook page, which is Andy Bogus. I have to go by James Andrews on stage because nobody can spell my damn last name. So there you go.
Wes Yunker Louisville is my Instagram handle.
Is there another Wes Yunker?
What? No,
Like-
Wes Yunker Louisville.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said. Was there?
He said, was there necessary to put the Louisville on
Well,
there?
there's other Wes Yunkers that may even be me, but I don't use those anymore. I don't know how to delete. I don't know how to delete Instagram.
Okay, I got
How
you.
do you delete that shit?
So you have to do your own.
My Instagram is James Andrews Comedy. You can find my link tree there to get to all the other pages.
I'm at 34.5. That's DIRTY, the number 4, ANDAHALF, 34.5 _ RSC on Instagram. You can also find all my links there, or just Google 34.5, and it'll pop up like herpes and pimples.
Herpes and pimples, or mumps. Okay, so we thank everybody for coming today. Also, if you have any questions for us, please email them into the Funnier in Person podcast at gmail.com. Where's your next show?
This Friday I'll be at West Point.
I'll be at that one too.
Is it Friday?
It's 18th, Saturday, I think.
18th. I'll be at West Point.
Yeah.
All right, just come to the Louisville Comedy Club Tuesdays and Wednesday nights. Really fun open mic
I
we
got
do
banned
over
from
there.
there.
Oh, you did? Well, don't get banned.
My ban is over now, but I was banned for like 30 days because I missed it.
Oh, you didn't show up? Oh, that
Oh.
really doesn't really happen.
They don't. Okay.
They don't enforce it.
Yeah.
So I didn't
wanna
apply
see it
again.
either.
I gotta apply again, but I didn't apply. I stopped applying because I got banned for like. Well, you know what it is? I don't check emails like that, like I should, and they emailed me, I guess, and told me.
So the Funnier in Person podcast email I take care of.
Yes.
Let's get that straightened out.
But I don't check emails like I should, so I didn't even know I was on the show. One time, fucking Loud told me I was on the show.
Right.
He was like, yo, man, you want to ride down together? I'm like, I don't care, I support you. He's like, you on the show too?
Motherfucker, you're on the show. Yeah. So anyway, I perform at Louisville Comedy Club on the 21st, which is next week. After that, I'll be at Planet of the Tapes.
You
That'll
got your
be.
joint this weekend too on Mad X, right?
I got Mad Axe this weekend on Saturday. So the comedy club in West Point is Friday.
Yes.
Because my show's on Saturday.
Okay.
Now that I think about it, you're right. So West Point Friday, Mad Axe in Richmond on Saturday, and then on the
roast battle.
21st, I'll be at Louisville Comedy Club. You're there on Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
There quite a bit. Yes.
I might come down with this if I get in the bucket
Yeah.
list.
Next time
Absolutely.
we're here, I'll have more things to promote. That's the goal.
Oh yeah,
I'm just like doing the mics as much as I can.
And
Absolutely.
roast
Yeah.
battle
oh yeah, we have the roast battle on the
at Twisted
23rd.
Court. Come through January 23rd. Watch us roast some people. He got somebody to roast. I got somebody to roast. We might make it all the way to the championship. One of us, we're gonna make it happen. We might end up having to roast each other.
God help us.
You know what I mean? If that happens.
We're going to talk about black people time if I do.
Oh, so you're gonna roast an entire group of people?
No, I'm
When he
going
sees
to
me,
roast
He
him.
sees all blacks.
Hey, you're the only one I know.
Like he tell,
No, I'm just kidding.
He probably tells people I have black friends.
Makes that plural when it's not true.
Okay, anyway, we're going to wrap this up. We appreciate everybody that's watched us tonight. Thank you guys for following. We'll see you on Friday. Have a good one.
Be good to each other, love each other, all that stuff. You know what I mean?